Hi. Let me get this towel a little higher. This is an ugly towel, but that's what I've got available right now. So we're doing the ugly towel today. Somebody asked for a shower video, and that's probably never going to happen. For one thing, this device isn't waterproof, and for other reasons. But if you've watched some of these videos, you may have noticed that there's been the drama of the hair, the very dirty, messy hair. Before I had pastry dust flour on the tip of my nose, and now I got bead water. a medium-sized bead of water. There's another. So yeah, we were in an accident, and then there was a big fight after the accident, and they were both pretty unnerving, and I ended up having all these trauma dreams, PTSD trauma dreams, waking up like, was it a dream? Was it real? Oh, that was the worst dream I ever had. And I knew what was what, but it was like, oh my God, that was the worst dream I ever had. I had one really bad dream when I was like 20, but even that, it was, I don't know, somehow these were worse. So, yeah, and I have a tendency, even now that I'm not underweight, I'm a little overweight, but even now that I'm not underweight, I have a tendency to really catch a terrible chill when I get completely wet. Even one time I was in a nice hotel in Mendocino, and my stepson knew that it was an issue for me, and when we came in, he turned the thermostat up to 80, and I took a nice long bath, and oh my God, skin, thank God for filters. Took a nice long bath, and I was just like confident, and I caught the worst chill, and I thought I had caught my step grandson's wonderful Matthew Angel. He starred in Rent as the songwriter. Um, he's kind of like Robert Pattinson meets James McAvoy meets he's got the Robert Pattinson smile, but he's a much less menacingly handsome young man. He's beautiful, and he can sing and dance and act. It's just amazing. When he was a young man, he had perfect pitch. Maybe he still does. He's a musician now. Anyway, this is a video about the hair drama. So yeah, so I can catch a really severe chill and think I've got a terrible case of the flu, even in a room that's heated to 80 degrees. So when I'm stressed out and overextended and busy, this phobia of catching a chill sets in, and I can end up just, only taking showers where I don't wash my hair, or even just doing sponge bath type stuff. Oh my God, do I look bad? Let's just embrace it, Jude. I look bad. Oh, okay. Wait, I just look down. Anyway, so I finally washed the hair, and yeah, and so this is part one of the um, hair care video. Oh yeah, and full disclosure, I think it was a few days ago. It must have been like Thursday. I was pretty mad, and I happened to have a glass with some Coca-Cola in my hand. And in a moment of, it's better to do something that won't hurt you to yourself than to do something that will hurt someone else to themselves. Or even if you think you're joking, like, oh, I'm going to pretend I'm going to pour like some red wine on your pants. Don't do it, because they'll think you really might pour red wine on their pants, and they'll feel hurt and angry, and you'll be violating their boundaries. So, in a moment of illustrating my despair and how mad I felt, which, of course, I think anger is often a secondary emotion, and I'm sure I felt thwarted, frustrated, unheard. I felt like I was in a situation where, let's just talk like this, I felt like nothing was fair or something, and I poured some Coca-Cola on my head. So I have had, on top of the dirty hair, Coca-Cola. And usually when I take a shower, I try to get all the tangles out first if I'm going to wash my hair, because otherwise the hair will get even more tangled when you're going like that. And yeah, I was like, oh, somehow the Coca-Cola worked its way out. It hadn't. My hair was sticky. But I had been keeping the tangles out because recently, I'll just talk like this. Recently, I went to get my hair ready to go out to lunch, and it was just, or brunch, or whatever. It was just a rat's nest mess. Okay, so I think that's everything I have to say about my hair. Oh, except this is kind of annoying. Like, Some of the people who like my poetry the most kind of disappeared. I think one of them, there was a grave political misunderstanding, which I'm very sad about. Maybe that friend's brother will intervene. I think the other person's just busy, but some of the people who used to appreciate my poetry the most aren't connecting on Facebook anymore. And so when I post a poem, maybe there are like, 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 likes and maybe 1 or 2 comments. But when I post a picture of some silly thing I did with my hair, it's like 9, 10, 11, 12. And then if I post a picture like, oh, here's the new haircut the next day, thinking that's really self-indulgent, it's 8, 9, 10, 11 likes and some comments. And I'm just like, I'm glad you like my hair, but the poetry is closer to my heart, y'all. And I try to post short poems, and I don't post any like really challenging, unintelligible poems. Oh, I just give up. I'll just give up. At least that way it's kind of, I look like a gnome elf, a gnome elf. Okay, yeah, it's just not gonna get good. This is not gonna get. Oh, well, that's yeah, ethereal, bleached out. Yes, too much light. That's the way to go. Kate Blanchett in The Lord of the Rings. That's the way to go. Okay, bye. I can't really wave, so bye, bye, bye.